In this lesson, we will continue our discussion on the scanf function. We will see how the scanf function may be used to input values to multiple variables, and we will also discuss the address operator in scanf function. Let us first see how the scanf function may be used to input values to multiple variables. The scanf function allows you to input values to multiple variables at a time. But the question is, how does the scanf function determine as to when we have finished typing one value before we begin to type the second value? To understand how it works, let's consider a program where the scanf function takes values from the user instead of specifying the values inside the program. Let's name this program grade.c. Now here is the grade.c program. In this program, we have defined three variables: roll number, which is integer type variable, grade, which is character type variable, and GPA, which is floating point type variable. The first printf statement prompts the user to enter roll number, grade, and grade point average of the student. Let's say the user types the values 101, B, and 3.1. The value 101 typed by the user is assigned to the variable roll number. The value B typed by the user is assigned to the variable grade, and the value 3.1 typed by the user is assigned to the variable GPA. In the second printf function, the %d format specifier in the format string is replaced by the value of the variable roll number, or in other words, it is replaced by the value 101. Similarly, %c format specifier in the format string is replaced by the value of the variable grade, or in other words, it is replaced by the value B. Similarly, %.1f format specifier in the format string is replaced by the value of the variable GPA, or in other words, it is replaced by the value 3.1. The spaces in the numbers we typed are matched with the spaces between the format specifiers in the format string. For example, the space between 101 and B is matched with the space between the format specifiers %d and %c in the scanf function. Similarly, the space between the values B and 3.1 is matched with the space between the format specifiers %c and %f in the scanf function. Now the second printf statement prints the message: the student whose roll number is 101 obtained B grade and a grade point average GPA of 3.1. In the grade.c program that we just discussed, we used spaces between the three input values we typed: 101, B, and 3.1. The scanf function matched the spaces we typed with the spaces in the conversion characters in the format string. The format string is %d space %c space %f, and since the format string is a string, therefore we must enclose it in double quotes. If we had typed comma or some other character instead of space, this wouldn't match the space between the conversion characters in the format string. Thus, the space serves as a delimiter in that it matches with the space in the format string. We could have used any white space character, space, new line, or tab to act as delimiter, and it would still match with the space in the format string. Let's consider a sample run using return key. Now as you can see that the second printf statement prints the same message as before. The student whose roll number is 101 obtained B grade and a grade point average GPA of 3.1. Now let's consider another run of the program using the tab key. Now again the program prints the same message. The student whose roll number is 101 obtained B grade and a grade point average GPA of 3.1. The scanf function also provides more complicated ways to control the formatting of the input, but we won't touch upon them as of now. Now let's discuss the address operator ampersand. In the distance.c and grade.c programs, the scanf function used a new symbol ampersand just before the variable names that are being passed as arguments to the scanf function. Remember, we discussed the distance.c program in the last lesson. The first scanf statement shown here is from the distance.c program, and as you can see we have used the ampersand before the variable name, which is dist_km. Similarly, in the second scanf statement, which is from grade.c program, we have used the ampersand before the variable names roll number, grade and GPA respectively. You might be wondering that we could have simply used variable names without the ampersand. So what's the need of ampersand here? It looks more convenient to use variable name without the ampersand, just like printf function. But the scanf function requires you to pass the addresses of the variables as arguments rather than the variables themselves. The use of an ampersand before the variable name might seem cumbersome to you, and it does account for the fact that most C programmers forget to place the ampersands before the variable names at least once. However, once you get accustomed to using addresses, it will certainly help you to understand the concept of pointers later in this course. The computer's memory is made up of bytes, and these bytes run from 0 to the upper limit of your memory. If you have 1 gigabyte of memory, these numbers run from 0 to 1073741823. The numbers indicate the addresses of these bytes. Each variable in C occupies a space in memory, which is defined in terms of the number of bytes that the variable occupies. Let's say we have declared a variable named num and assigned it the value 5. If later in the program, if we refer to this variable num, it will give us the value stored in that variable, or 5. However, if we include ampersand before the variable name num, the compiler will give the address in the computer's memory where the variable num has been stored. Let's write a program to elaborate this further. Let's name this program addrval.c. The address of the variable is the address of the first byte it occupies in memory. The variable val in addrval.c program has a value of 4 and is stored at the address 6422044. Now here is a diagrammatic representation of how the variable val looks like when it is stored in computer's memory. Now as you can see, VAL is the name of the variable. The value of this variable is 4. The address of the variable VAL is 6422044, and it is the address of the first byte that the variable VAL occupies in memory. The name of the address is &VAL, which is equivalent to 6422044. Since it is an integer type variable, it occupies 4 bytes in computer's memory. In Turbo C++ IDE, the integer type variable occupies 2 bytes in computer's memory. But since we are using the Code Blocks IDE, the integer variable occupies 4 bytes in computer's memory. Now here is the output of this addrval.c program. Value is 4, address is 6422044. The address of the memory location where the variable VAL has been stored in my computer is 6422044. However, the address will certainly be different on a different computer depending on whether you are using 32-bit or 64-bit operating system and various other factors. Whatever the address may be, being able to locate a variable using an address is quite a useful feature and will help you in understanding the concept of pointers later in this course. The key thing to bear in mind as of now is that it is mandatory in scanf to precede an ampersand before the name of the variable. But if you are dealing with strings, you don't need to use an ampersand in scanf function. This brings us to the end of this lesson. See you in the next lesson.